Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and we back at it. Oh, make sure I'm in the shot here, man. We back at it with another YouTube video. But before we get started with today's video, man, I figured I'd do an update on the Pontiac Montana minivan. Haven't really done, like, obviously it's just a daily, but haven't done too much. Just a few little things. I had some spare front splitters kicking around, painted the hubcaps up. Yellow fog lights, got 6,000K HIDs in there. Put a budget short Ram intake on there. I'll show you guys, I don't know, I'll leave a picture down, or I'll insert a picture right now. And aside from that, it's been great, man. As you can see, can't do this kind of stuff in a G35, but threw in a single DIN Panasonic deck just so I can get an aux cord. That's just a voltmeter down there. Got the dash cam all set up in case somebody wants to try me. And obviously when you have a welder, you do dumb stuff like this. So the van's been pretty good, but the point of today's video is going to be putting new wheels on the Project G35. Now what I have here, I don't know if you can see because of the sun, is the 5-spoke stock wheels that are off of my G35. So anyways, what I did last night is I know that 2 of these wheels, these 2 here, have a slow leak. So I filled them up to 30 PSI last night. I'm going to figure out which one is leaking the least and throw that on. So if you guys remember in my last video, I said I had 2 spares with the 5 spokes, and it turns out that I don't. This wheel right here is the 6-spoke, which means that this car actually doesn't have the sport package. Now for those of you guys who know, the 03 to 04 manuals, all of them came with the sport package, but you had to order the automatics with the sport package, and this one doesn't have it, which means that we don't have the VLSD in it, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're probably going to end up welding that in the future anyways. So really the only reason that I wanted that is so that I could have 2 full-size spares that were the same and eliminate those 2 leaking tires. But since I can't do that, what I think I'm going to do is take this spare out of my car, since it is a 5-spoke. Probably throw that on one of the fronts. I'll throw the 2, one of the leaky ones on the rear, and then I have 2 more good wheels and tires here. Now these ones aren't leaking, so that's good. So I'm gonna throw a set of 4 on here. I'm gonna pick the 4 best tires, throw those on the Project G35, because as I was looking at this thing, walking around, everything looks halfway decent, but these wheels, man, these wheels just make it look 10 years older. So I'm gonna go ahead, swap out those wheels right now. I guess I'll grab the tripod and take a little bit of action clips and me jacking it up, and see if we can get this thing looking just a little bit better. Get rid of those old junkers right there. Up the nice freshies on there. And of course, even though this thing isn't going far, I'm still going to torque down the lug nuts. Drop her down. Alrighty, now for the rears. For those of you guys who are unsure if your car has VLSD, an easy way to show that is if you spin this tire, let's say we spin it backwards, and the tire on that side spins the opposite direction, then you know you don't have a VLSD. So this one definitely is not a Sport G35, so I have a feeling a diff weld is going to be coming in the near future. Alrighty, so wheels are on. I put the two, well actually I had 3 that were slowly leaking. So I put the 2 slowly leaking ones at the back, so those are gonna kind of be like burners. And what I'm gonna do now is, I'll give you a little walk around. As you can see, it just changes the look of the car completely. Like before it just looked like a beater with those steelies on it. Now it actually looks like a G35. So I do have these winter wheels. They're pretty beat up. You can probably get one more season out of them. If anybody wants those and you're in the GTA, I'll be spray painting those, make them look a little pretty. Let me know, hit me up on Instagram. Link will be down in the description. And so this is how it looks right now. What I want to do is, I noticed stuff's just getting a little rusty from sitting. So I'm just gonna take it for a little spin around the block, let it warm up, maybe park beside the road, get a couple of glamour shots. But I think these wheels look like 10 times better, man. Like I say, the steelies, it's crazy, man. When you have steelies on the car, it just makes them look, oh, a little bit of smoke coming out of there. Just VQ stuff. With the steelies, it just makes the car look way more older. And it wasn't until I took the wheels off of the minivan to paint them that I realized, because the hubcap, or not the hubcaps, the steelies on that thing are super rusty, and when I took them off, it made the van look way older. So I knew that if I were just to swap up the wheels, even if they're temporary until I get something that I like a little bit more, I think it still cleans up the look of the car nicely. So enough about that. Let's take it for a spin around the block, get some of this rust off the brakes, and see how she rides, man. Make sure we don't scrape up our nice Nismo bumper. Just gonna leave her in auto. It actually sounds really nice. Rides super smooth. You can hear the rust on the brakes when it sits for a couple of days. Even my black G35, it's been sitting for a while since I got the minivan, and well, it's things are getting a little rusty on there. I'm probably gonna have to take the calipers out and give them a little bit of love, a little grease. God, is that my car? No, I don't think it is. Still pretty cold, so I don't want to rip it too hard. Oh no, there's a guy with his lawnmower. It's like, is this my car? We're good. So it rides nice and smooth. The wheel's a little cocked to the side, but that's nothing an alignment couldn't fix. Tires feel pretty good. Starting to get a little bit of heat, so I guess we can throw her into manual mode here. Third. Second. Launch going here. Saw that slip light come on. That's 60, not too bad. When the slip light came on, we're losing traction, so that's a good sign. Before, when I had the winters on, I couldn't spin the tires. There was too much grip. So the fact that these burners are starting to spin, that's a good sign. I'm hoping that once we get out on the track, we're gonna be able to actually get this thing sideways. So I'm gonna just pull off here, get a couple of shots, and we'll put an end to this video. Alright. Alrighty, well, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna put an end to this video. I hope you guys like the new wheel setup. Now, these 5 spokes almost remind me of the Tarmacs that Haggard uses or are sponsored by. They got all kinds of sets of those wheels, just a smaller version. I don't know, for some reason the 5-spoke design on this car is really starting to grow on me. I think it makes the car look quite a bit better. If anything, I'd say maybe some wheel spacers to get them to poke out a little bit on either side, but like I say, these are gonna probably be a temporary setup for the time being until I find something that I like a little bit more. What I'll probably do next up is paint the bottom side of the front and the back. Now, it's something that I've been wanting to do on the black G35 for quite a while, but it's something that I kind of wanted to do inside as opposed to outside in the elements, whereas this car, I don't really care. I'm also gonna try to find a way to fill in these holes in the back bumper. So if you guys have any ideas how I can do that for halfway decent, definitely let me know. But I'm thinking we are probably gonna put an end to this one. So as always, if you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you're not subscribed yet, definitely do so, man. I think that's gonna be our thumbnail right there, looking fresh, man. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna catch y'all at the next one, man. Peace.